Good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Vlogmas week 4. Unfortunately, we are back at my desk. You can't get away from my desk. It's 11:40 and I would like to do my skincare because my skin just feels gross right now. Also, I slept in a bun last night. You can hear the cheering. There's a field behind the house. There's a sports team. But anyways, I did overnight curls last night. No, I did overnight curls the night before. And they were really cute, really pretty, and then they fell out. But then I put my hair in a bun last night to go to sleep. Because usually I either do braid or bun, depending on how I feel about my hair. And I feel like it made my hair look really pretty. A part of me kind of wants to just brush out my hair and put it back in the heatless curls and see. Also, our smoke detector batteries need to be replaced and I haven't gotten around to that yet. So ignore that if you can hear all the beeping. But happy finals week, everybody. It's actually going to be a pretty chill finals week for me. I just have one exam on Tuesday. Also, I'm getting this neck and I don't know what it's from. So if my neck is red, ignore that. So I worked today. Also, I did my hair gloss the other day and it looks really good. I also used a purple shampoo to hopefully minimize the orange that tends to come out when my hair is a darker color. And I really like it. I think this color is really cute. But now that I have a color that I'm happy with, because I tend to do the gloss every 2 weeks, I'm trying to wash my hair less. So dry shampoo. Or just putting my hair up, all that fun stuff. And today's probably going to be a dry shampoo day, but I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to share. But honestly, I'm just not feeling chatty right now, so I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Finished my skincare. I ended up putting some hydrocortisone on my neck because I think it's developing eczema because it's really itchy, but it's dry. So I put some hydrocortisone on my neck. Hopefully that calms down by, so what time is it?
Good afternoon, Marina. It's 12:05 p.m.
I have a bit of time before I need to start getting ready, so I'm gonna low-key just lay in bed and enjoy my morning because why not? It's 1 p.m. now. I don't actually need to start getting ready for an entire hour, but I felt like doing my makeup with y'all because I don't think I've shared my makeup routine in a minute. And also update on my neck. It looks a lot better and it's still a little bit red and irritated, but I think that's the best it's gonna get for today. But I feel like I haven't really shown my makeup routine, especially since I have a lot of new products in my makeup routine. So I thought it would be fun. Oh my gosh. Bro, that's gonna annoy me all day. This is my current makeup routine as of December 15th at 1 p.m. I always like to put a little bit of moisturizer on like I do my makeup because I don't like doing primer. Primes my face. And then I am gonna skip a couple steps in my makeup routine and I'll let you know when I skip them. Just because of my neck, I don't want to put any makeup products down here. I have to modify my makeup a little bit. So I'll tell you what I would do if I didn't modify the steps. So starting off, the e.l.f. liquid filter halo glow stuff. Mine is in the shade 1 Fair. This is a little too dark for me right now. However, what I would do with it is I'd put a little bit on everywhere, just a little dot everywhere, and then I'd blend it down to my neck. And it kind of adds a little bit of warmth and a little bit more color to my skin before I go in with foundation. I'm gonna just not do that product altogether. I'm gonna go in straight with foundation. I do like this foundation a lot. My other favorite foundation is L'Oreal Infallible, specifically the Pro Glow one is really good, but this is a little too dark for me. So again, if I were to apply this in the winter, I'd be blending it down my neck, but I'm not gonna do that because of my neck. So I'm gonna use my other favorite foundation, which is the e.l.f. Soft Glam. I do this shade match for me. It is like my exact skin shade. And then something that I started doing actually is I'll put an itty bitty amount because this is pretty good coverage. I barely put anything on my face. I'll take a little brush. Forget which one has bronzer on it and which one has, I think this one has the concealer. I'll take a little flat brush like this and dip it in, and I just go over any areas that I think need a little bit more coverage, and that way I can keep the overall foundation pretty light and not too cakey. But then where I do want a little bit more coverage, I can just tap a little bit extra on, and then just like concealer, I'm kind of using it as concealer basically. It works. Next, I'm going to use the She Glam Color Bloom liquid blush in Hush Hush, and then I'm just gonna take my blush brush. I don't use a different brush for powder or liquid. I'm just gonna put dot right there. I love this color because it's very neutral if that makes sense. It's a very neutral dusty pink and it's very pretty, and I just put it on this area. I don't really drag it too far in towards the middle of my face. Since my face is round, I've found that putting it in those areas rather than dragging it in too far flatters my face shape a lot better than dragging it in. But I don't put it on my nose either because my nose just naturally gets red. And then let's talk about bronzer. I'll use one of two bronzer contour methods. I'll either use the same Chic Glam product but in their Sun Sculpt liquid contour. I have soft tan. Really good product, it's just very sheer. Or I have a new product, the e.l.f. the Milk Makeup Sculpt Stick in Toasted. I'm really shocked that e.l.f. doesn't have a dupe to this. I feel like e.l.f. is really good at duping popular products. I don't think they have one. That's crazy. e.l.f., come on, dupe this product so I can buy it for cheaper. Low key. Anyways, I take another very flat, soft brush and I just dip it in the product and just trace out my nose contour. And I know that sounds kind of stupid. Hear me out. And then I go in with another brush, I blend that out, and it's like my stencil going over that with more bronzer. I don't know if that makes sense. I also put some underneath my lip, and then I go back in with a little bit more, just reinforce it. I kind of doubt the harsh lines, and I found that gives me nose contour. It just makes it look a lot more snatched but natural. I don't know if you can even see. And then I go back in with this brush and I go a little bit over, I'm so sorry about the smoke detector, go over my lids just to add a little bit of depth. Same product, different brush, pack it on, and then I do just my typical contour. So I do my temples. I don't go all the way to the top of my forehead though because I have a really tiny little forehead, so I don't want to make it look smaller than it already is. I just kind of want to narrow it, if that makes sense. And I do drag this into my hairline so you can't see a sharp line. What I would do in this step is I would go under my jawline, but obviously since we're trying to not anger the eczema, I'm just gonna skip that and go to my cheeks. And I don't, again, drag that out too much. I just kind of put it in that area. And since I didn't blend out that foundation quite yet, it's just gonna blend in with the bronzer. And it's gonna all look very seamless. Perfect. And then final face liquid product is the Winky Lux Paper Perfect Full Coverage Concealer in the shade Fair. And this is gonna go under my eyes, and I'm gonna put a very small dot on the tip of my nose. I'm gonna do this all off camera though because it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm pretty pleased with my liquid base, so now we're gonna do some powder. This is the e.l.f. HD powder. I love this powder so much. You will either love it like I do or you'll hate it. I remember my mom used to have Bare Minerals and I used to use it sometimes, and I feel like it's pretty similar. It's very fine, which is what I really like, so it doesn't make your makeup look cakey, and I like that there's little glitter in it because then it gives you a cute little glow. So I take two brushes, concealer brush, small powder brush. I put some powder, tap it off onto the powder brush, take my concealer brush, and I just quickly blend out the inner corner of my eyelid because it creases so freaking fast. So I want to make sure that I am not setting creases in my lid. Do it on the other lid real quick. Oh, never done this with my non-dominant hand before. That felt really weird. And that's the only place I do the concealer part with. Then I do T-zone and anything that gets super oily under my lip, forehead, and then I do my under eyes as the last step with the small brush, and I pack it on a little bit extra just to avoid creases, and that's all with the small brush. Then I go in with this big fluffy brush and I do the rest of my face. The next few steps are just to enhance my features. For blush, sometimes I do blush, sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends on what I'm feeling. I'll go in with the NARS Orgasm blush. Same brush I used before, I just kind of on a teeny bit, and then I put it exactly where the liquid blush went. And then I go in with another flat brush, put a little bit on my inner eyelid. It doesn't matter how much makeup I'm doing for the day, I don't skip the eyelid step because I think it just really makes my eyes pop, especially like in the sun. NYX Butter Melt Bronzer, shade Buttercup. I use two different bronzer brushes for different parts of my face. So I have this thinner one and then I have a big fluffy one. For the thin one, I use it for my forehead because again, I have a 3 head and I don't want my entire forehead to be bronzer. And I do blend this into my hairline as well. And then whatever's left over on the brush, I do a little bit on my nose, and then I do like top tip of my chin. So it looks more cohesive, if that makes sense. Lied, there's a third brush for bronzer. We'll get to that. I'm gonna take the big fluffy one, top of my cheeks, and then the final brush, I just go in my creases where I put the liquid bronzer. And then the last powder step is highlighter. I have this like Tartelette palette and I use Beach Getaway. I like it because it's like a champagne highlighter. But I do my inner corners, and then I do the tip of my nose, and then whatever is left over on the brush, I will put on my brow bone. And then next I do brows. Swear by this product. I've tried so many brow products, brow gels, all that stuff. This is the only brow gel that I can say is completely foolproof for me. Brows are locked in. Once it's dry, I'm going to use the Essence Bye Bye Panda Eyes Smudge Proof Volumizing and Defining Mascara. These are so good. I made my lunch. I always try to make something pretty filling that won't hurt my stomach before work, so I made some oatmeal. It's yummy. It doesn't feel like you're eating something healthy, but it's relatively healthy. Anyways, I'm gonna eat my lunch, watch some vlogmas, and then I'm gonna leave for work in like an hour. I feel like I really go in and out of, oh my gosh, also I'm obsessed with this hairstyle for work now and just in general because I love having my hair down, but I like having my like front pieces out of my face sometimes, especially for work. I work in a restaurant, so our hair can be down, it just needs to be out of our face, so it's really cute. Anyways, I wanted to talk about my lip products that I really like, or my lip product that I've really been enjoying again. And the e.l.f. Pinkies Up lip stain is so freaking good. I like it because it applies like a gloss, but then the color stays all day. I also do really like the applicator. The part that like your brush has to go through in order to get the product is really narrow, so it takes off a lot of the excess product before it even like gets onto your lips, which I really appreciate because I don't like super pigmented lips. I just like a little enhancement. Hello everybody, it's the next day. It's 1:40 p.m. I was up at 10 this morning. I let myself sleep in and I just did a little bit of book shopping on Amazon because I do currently have a book that I'm reading and I do really like it. I'm just having a hard time getting through it because it's more of like a thriller, not like a friends to lovers or enemies to lovers, a tropey book. So it's a little harder to get through because I actually have to really pay attention to it while I'm reading it. It's not like a quick read. And usually what I do, if I'm having trouble getting through a book, I take a pause on it and then I download something I know will be a quick read. And a couple months ago, Hannah Grace published another edition to the Icebreaker series. I think this one's called Daydream, and I did purchase it for my Kindle. Also, I don't think I've whipped out this Kindle in a while, but I love my Kindle so much. This is a whole series. I think the first one was Twisted Love and then Twisted Games. Ignore my dusty shelf. But those are also really good books. They have that same idea where it's like one couple's story and then you get to the next book and it's like same people, or it's same people but different focus, if that makes sense. Really good books. I actually forgot that I had started that series and I want to see if I can get the other books in this series because it was really good. But anyways, I'm done yapping. I'm gonna just chill in bed. I need to do some homework today. Probably not much is gonna happen today, to be completely honest. So welcome to Monday. I'll update you when I start doing something entertaining so I don't bore you out. Sorry if you can hear the leaf blower, and y'all might think I'm crazy for doing this already because I literally just did, oh, did you hear my wrist pop? I literally did my nails barely last week. However, I've already broke 2. They are so freaking cute. I've gotten so many compliments on them. However, the shape is just not for me. I feel like I've gotten so used to the mobility of having almond nails. That's how my fingers can function. And I feel like with the square, it's just made life harder, which I know is such a first world problem, so stupid. But I'm gonna redo my nails. I don't know what design I'm gonna do yet, so maybe let's look on Pinterest and see what cute little nail designs we can do. I still want festive nails, cute little Christmassy nails. So let's look up Christmas nails. It's funny because I don't even celebrate Christmas, but oh my gosh, these are so cute. I don't want to show how I like prep my nails just because I don't want to accidentally show something you're not supposed to do and then someone takes that as advice and then they mess up their nails. Even though it works really well for me, I don't want to misinform someone and then it causes a serious reaction on their skin because that's not good and I don't want to be responsible for that. But these are all pretty foolproof things, so I'll show you all that. But basically, I'm taking a dehydrator. You can also use high-level acetone. I'm using 100%, or I have 100%, but you're basically using the dehydrator on your nails to absorb any oils. And I like to really make sure I am getting it on my nails that specifically have an issue with popping off. Next step is some nail primer. I have a non-acid based nail primer. It is for UV gel only. I don't really know the difference between an acid based or a non-acid based, but you basically use this step between gel and dehydration, and this kind of gives your nails like a sticky coating. I don't really know how else to describe it. It's essentially an extra reinforcement for your Gel X nails, and I do notice a difference when I do and don't use primer. Sure that you're giving it a good like minute to dry down and get tacky. It's not gonna dry, but it's gonna get tacky, and you want to make sure from this point forward that everything is either air dried completely if it is an air dry product like primer, or if it is gel, you are curing it completely. If you are using a gel, it needs to be cured for at least 60 seconds to be considered cured. I'll show you guys how I cure things once this is fully dried. Y'all, tell me why it's literally 4 p.m. and the sun is already setting. That is crazy. This is my go-to gel glue. It's not glue, it's just gel. So I did this part off camera because I wanted to do it to all my hands at once, but I take a thin coat as if I'm just applying normal polish, and I brushed over my nails. Some people don't like to cure after this step, they just go straight in with the little extension. I prefer to cure it for at least 30 seconds, just so I don't risk the gel pooling too much on my natural skin, because again, I just don't want to risk any gel allergies. The focus on this camera is so good that it's not even focusing on my face, it's perfectly focusing on right here. But anyways, so I did that, cured it for 30 seconds. This step is very crucial. Also, it's really helpful if you have some sort of flash curing lamp. I started off with a really cheap one from Model 1s, I think, or Beetles, I don't remember. And then I recently upgraded to a gooseneck. And this is so you can flash cure your nails if you're doing them all at once. You cannot use a flash curing lamp to fully set any gel products. I just want to make that very clear. But oh my gosh, I turned my autofocus off. I don't know why I keep doing that. Anyways, the purpose is to cure it enough so it won't move around so you can finish your hand, if that makes sense. Also, sometimes if I'm doing designs or something on my hand, sometimes I'll just use that just to get it in place. Anyways, I'm taking my extension. Let me show you the brand that I'm using. This is the brand of extensions that I'm using. They're pretty good. I like them. I prefer to purchase the ones that are pre-etched on the inside. I don't know if you can see that. It just takes off a step. If you didn't get pre-etched ones, you need to make sure that you're using a drill or some sort of filing mechanism to file down the inside so there's some sort of texture and grip. Or if you don't want to do that, you can also take your primer and scrub it in. But this again is a step that helps with adhesion. So I'm going to take some gel and I'm just going to paint it where it's going to adhere to my nail on the inside. And then once I'm done with that, it takes 2 seconds, I'm going to take all of the excess on the brush and drag it to the bottom. And you're basically going to want a little glob like that. I don't know if you can see it. And you're going to take it, put it on at a 45-degree angle and just bring it slowly down. And my gooseneck lamp is down here, so I have to move my hand, but I'm just gonna hold it under my gooseneck lamp for like 15 seconds. So enough of the gel cures so I can put it under my bigger lamp, and that way it won't move around while it is on its way to the bigger lamp. And I'm gonna go in with my big lamp from Lady Misty. I really like it because it is motion censored and you can set different times on it. So I'm gonna do 99 seconds. Underneath the lamp, my camera's about to die, so I'll see you guys in a bit. My nails are officially done. I love them so much. They're so freaking cute. So proud of myself. I'm gonna do cuticle care. I do really need to wash my hair, but I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow because I don't want to get in a hot shower right after doing my nails. It's 7 p.m. I just made dinner. I had some leftover ranch. I've made partially new additions to my leftovers. So I did my leftover tofu and the veggies that were with it, and then I scrambled up an egg and mixed that in with some rice and teriyaki sauce just so I could get some carbs in there and a little extra protein because my diet has not had in it at all today. It's much later in the night. It is 10:48 and I made a little late night snack, some popcorn. This is lightly salted popcorn and it gets salty. So maybe next time I'm just gonna buy plain popcorn and add my own salt because I feel like I'm very salt sensitive with foods, which is funny because there are people in my family who are like addicted to having too much salt in their food. But anyways, I'm gonna sign off for the night and I'll see you guys tomorrow. It'll be an academic day tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. I low-key woke up in a cranky mood. Overall personality-wise, or not personality-wise, overall mood, I'm not cranky, but something happened that I woke up to that made me cranky. It's always when you wake up to a text that makes you cranky. That's what ruins your day. The leaf blower is already outside, which is fantastic. Editing Marina, you might want to cut out some of this. Hello, editing Marina here. I decided that the way that I described this story in this clip was probably not the best because I do at the end of the day really like my job and I don't want to just complain. And I don't want to go on and on and on about something very minuscule that pissed me off and then I get in trouble for it. But just a very long story short, our manager started doing our schedules based on performance, which makes sense because you shouldn't be working a high profile shift if you aren't good at your job. Point blank period. But basically our manager told our host trainer this information, and the host trainer is essentially just a host, but they can train people, and then they also are the host spokesperson between a host and a manager. So if there's any issues going on, the host trainer can communicate that with the manager. Essentially, they're still a host. Anyways, so I think the manager told our host trainer this in confidence just so they were aware, but then the host trainer went and texted that to our host group chat, basically implying that they would be the ones giving that feedback to the manager. Whether that is true or not, I just thought that that was a very unprofessional text to send to the host. Now everyone's going to compare shifts and they're going to jump to assumptions. Just don't think you should share that information. I think that scheduling that way is not wrong, but I don't think that you should be broadcasting that to everyone, if that makes sense. But that's why I was annoyed, because it was the first thing I read when I woke up and I was like, are you kidding me? Why are we sharing this information with everyone? That's not okay. But anyways, that's my story time. Thank you for listening. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Okay, it's 1 p.m. I have my blinds closed because the sun always beams in the morning and then it gets like kind of stuffy in here. It's also a little bit warmer today. I think it's in the low 70s and I need to get out of the house. I need to go do things. So let's get an outfit on. Okay, here's the fit. It's nothing mind-blowing. Do really like this top though. Let's get ready for the day. I think I'm gonna do sunscreen, obviously. Oh, what's going on up here? It's like a pimple that is having a hard time healing. Also, my neck eczema is all right. I think I need to put a little bit more hydrocortisone cream on it. I actually put some of my Bubble overnight hydrating sleep mask on my neck. This is very moisturizing and I feel like it'll do what it needs to do, hopefully. For sunscreen, I don't know if I want to do, I don't really want to do too much face makeup. Maybe I'll do my Glow Glow sunscreen. I'm almost out of this. Since I'm not doing too much makeup today, it should be fine. I really like the sunscreen though. You do need like a super moisturized base though for the sunscreen, because if you have one slight patch of dry skin, it starts to pill. I want to just get my makeup done as soon as possible so I can get a move on with my day and be productive. So I'm gonna do my makeup off camera. It's actually probably an hour later. I don't know what time it is. It's 2:55. It's like 30 minutes later. I wanted to charge all of my devices before I left, and I need to pack my purse. So I have all the things I need. So AirPod Maxes, I have a charger in here. What else do I need? I think I need my wallet still, and that's in my purse. Wallet. I don't think I need anything else from here. Laptop. Cool. I think I'm ready to go. I'm gonna head out. I just wrapped up studying. I finished 3 discussion posts and 1 exam, so I think I just have 2 more papers to do, so I'm quite pleased with my work today. It is now 7:15. I have not showered yet. I was just relaxing and watching the new Basically Unfiltered episode. I did cave and purchase the Patreon subscription. Hilarious. It was the best thing ever. So freaking funny. So I would recommend it, but I actually just ordered groceries. I have to pick my replacements because I just realized I forgot to do that. Out of the shower, had my dinner. I had 2 slices of pizza and now my tummy hurts. Was it worth it? Yeah. I'm gonna now get into bed. I want to read my book. I started my book last night. I want to say, what was it called? Daydreamer? I think it's called Daydreamers, or it's Wildfire. I think it's Daydreamers. Which one is this? Daydream. That's what it's called. Started that. It's really good so far. I'm only 1 chapter in though. I just like how that author writes. Anyways, going to sleep. Good night. See you tomorrow. was my first time speaking today. I'm so sorry if that was creepy. It's 8:20. I'm getting ready for work right now. Happy Tuesday. My tummy definitely hurts from that pizza last night. Well, I was gonna say I'm hoping it's a shorter shift. I actually kind of hope the opposite. I kind of hope that it's a longer shift, but who knows? I'm working with a coworker that I like to work with, so if it's a longer shift, that is fine with me. And then after work, I have to do my laundry, and I'm debating on if I want to go to a coffee shop again later today and do homework, or maybe I'll just do it at the house. I'm about to head to work. It's 9:25. It's gonna be hot today, actually. It's gonna be in the 80s, low 80s. So I'm not wearing my work sweatshirt. I'm just wearing... Guys, I have clown juice. Sorry, I know I'm not funny. I had to. I need to study for my exam tomorrow, but I also need to start making my packing list for when I go home for the week of Christmas. So I need to make that to-do list. Or I need to make that packing list. I'm tired. It is now 8 p.m. I finished my study guide. I made some leftover pizza. I don't think I'm gonna eat all of this, but I haven't really had too much to eat today, so I figured I'd make 3 slices and then I could just put whatever's left over in the fridge. I think I'm gonna watch some vlogmas. That's the nice thing about December. There's never a dull moment on YouTube.
Guy, funny gifts, and that came up, so...
Oh my god, let me not stab my finger. Of course, per usual, they will...
It's currently 9:10. And I'm just doing some light makeup. I've really been liking just doing a tinted sunscreen, my little foundation spots wherever I need it, and then a little bit of bronzer. I feel like it looks nicer. Anyways, I have my final. Did I say what time it was? It's 9:10. I have my final at 11. I wanted to do some cute little shark curls in my hair today, just so I could feel a little bit more, I don't know, not confident. That's not the word I'm looking for, because I'd feel confident with or without them, but just more put together. I don't know, trick myself. Also, update on my neck. I still have a little bit of dryness under my chin, but it's a lot better. Okay, it is post-final exam. Like I mentioned before, I think I mentioned this before, my goal score was to get a 52% or higher because then I passed the class, and I think I got like a 69. So, taking that as a dub, winning. Anyways, I left my desk a mess, so I'm gonna put my stuff away real quick and then I'm gonna eat lunch. Okay, today's beverage is a grande iced latte with blonde espresso, soy milk, and 2 pumps of brown sugar syrup. It's perfect, it's beautiful, it's delicious. And then my beverage, no, Marina, not even close. My food is spinach feta wrap, and then I also got a little guac spread thing. My skin feels so freaking dry right now. I ended up taking my makeup off. I might put some concealer back on and then redo my brows and mascara, but we're definitely not doing a whole fancy makeup routine. My shower felt amazing. There's not many better feelings than fresh, clean hair, especially if you have long hair. Fight me on it. I know I'm right. I have about 30 minutes until I'm gonna leave. There's a dry patch right there. So I'll see you guys either before I leave, after I get back. I'm not sure yet, but I won't vlog while I'm there because I don't want to show where I work. Good morning. Let me open up my blinds. Better. So I did not vlog last night. And at this moment, my camera did in fact die, and it was Friday, and I decided to just conclude the vlog here because it's already kind of long. But anyways, that basically wraps up Vlogmas 2024. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye!